Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another crypto video. As always, it is Nick here. Welcome back to anybody who isn't new. Welcome to anybody who is new. Let's jump into this. So first and foremost, I've been seeing a ton of replies on my tweets, a lot of talk in the Discord and stuff like that, where people are just saying, why aren't we moving? We had a small pump yesterday or 2 days ago, and now we're back to where we were originally. And a lot of people are just kind of concerned with the price action on HBAR. For me personally, I mean, I think that these are just great buy opportunities, and we've just been in a slow movement for people who do want to accumulate a lot more HBAR. But I do understand the frustrations with HBAR while watching a ton of other assets move. If we go over to the live coin watch, we could actually see here that, Bitcoin is down only 1% in the 24-hour period, but we weren't moving much in the 24-hour period anyways. But a lot of assets, if you come down here, there's a few that already kind of pumped a little bit. Like even Matic was at the same levels that we were, months ago before it did do its massive move up. But we do see some movement in terms of assets like, the Shiba Inu coin is up almost 10%, AMP 10%. I do know that Theta Fuel is up 7%. It was up like over 20% the other day. And then we have HBAR, right? HBAR is still sitting pretty at 49. Hasn't moved too much, down actually 2.2% in the last 24 hours. Again, when we look at this asset and we say, well, the price action looks horrible, it hasn't moved for days. I just don't get concerned with that. But I do understand where your guys' frustration is, and I totally understand it. And I'm not going to make an excuse for it at all. We are in a 96-day accumulation zone, which, it is over 3 months of just slow accumulation. But hey, you can't really get mad, and the only reason why I say that you can't get mad is because we do know what we hold. We understand what we hold. We looked at the website. We've done the research. We've looked into everything in terms of the token services and stuff like that. HBAR is a giant in the making. It's going to take time, but I do just want to say, first and foremost, we did do a 10x from our prices back in the beginning of the year. If we look here, price. This is January 4th, sorry. And we go here to this all-time high, and it's about a 1,251% increase in price. Now, I do understand that not everybody was able to enter back here, so that they weren't able to bask in the glory that is this pump. But for anybody who is entering now, just know, before getting that major run up, a lot of people had to wait. If we look here, so this is from February 2020, when it pumped up almost 10 cents, and we came down. We pretty much consolidated for a total, and I know that this is going to be crazy, a total of 325 days before there was any actual solid price action that resulted in this. So I'm just saying right now, we don't have to wait this long, and we're not gonna have to wait this long. But just know, people in the past have waited much longer than we are going to have to wait now. So please be patient on this asset. But I'm just saying, that's how long it took to get to this pump here. And right now, I mean, I expect this to break out very soon as the market stabilizes, because we still have to look at Bitcoin and watch Bitcoin stabilize. Now, let's analyze what's happening here with HBAR, as we did break a little bit of support before regaining it. Now, who knows? We're still pretty much lying on support right now at this 20-cent level. Let's make sure. All right, so yeah, that's the 20-cent level. We are still on the 20-cent support. We've always kind of reclaimed that 20-cent support, even on the 18th, which was yesterday when we did get that pump up past the EMA. Again, I mentioned that we reclaimed the EMA, but we got rejected under it instantly. So we expect it to come down a little lower. Now, that was a pretty good short instance where if you wanted to short HBAR, you could have, because we pretty much broke the EMA and then came down under it, which tells us that we're going to come lower. Now, I just want to say, this 20-cent support is very strong for HBAR, and we are currently on it. We're probably going to trade in this zone for quite some time. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but until we break above this EMA and hold and break above 23.5 cents, because this 23.5 cents is actually a big key component here. And I know a lot of people will say, why is that even big? It's only 3.5 cents. It is a huge key to actually break and hold, because we haven't seen that since June 9th. And if we look here, June 9th, that was almost a full EMA break above. And if we would have broke above that, we probably would have came back up into this high 20s level to actually hold and find support up there, but we weren't able to do that. Now, this 23.5 cent level is very crucial, because that is another support zone. If we look here, we could actually see that we found support back here above that, but then it became resistance as we broke below it if we look here. So that is a key resistance level that if we break and hold above it, it's very bullish. Again, we have to wait to watch PA play out on HBAR, because like I said, this is going to take time, and I know you guys have been waiting patiently so far, but please just kind of be patient. Again, we don't have to wait 300 plus days like people that were investing in February of 2020 had to wait. Just know this already did a 10x, so we had to come down and consolidate for some time. It was healthy, and we did consolidate for some time, right? If we look here, you know, we consolidated for a total of 58 days before we were about to break out into that all-time high and go into price discovery before Bitcoin crashed. Now, I'm just saying, and I know this is going to sound terrible, but it was actually a good thing that we didn't break this all-time high here, because if we did and then Bitcoin pretty much, you know, broke down, we would have had to get a higher target hit to go into price discovery. But hey, we only have to get to 45, almost 46 cents. I'm just going to do it to 46 cents because it's technically it's 46 cents. So we only have to get to 46 cents, which is only about 26 cents of an increase in price, which is not much at all, especially if we look here at the price. So if we look here and we go up to 46 cents, I apologize if you guys hear my dog in the background. It's about 130% of an increase in price point average, which is not much at all. Like I said, I don't think that this is going to be too crazy of a pump up anyways, but 130% is a good increase in price. Now, who knows what's going to happen up here? We do have some key resistance levels to break. For example, this 41.3 level, and this also 33.7 cent level as well. And there is a few other resistance levels. For an example, if we look here, this is a key resistance level here at 30 cents as well. So there is a few levels to break, but they're nothing too crazy, especially here as well. Like this is also another resistance level. So we really have to wait to see what happens. We have to wait until the market stabilizes. But I think that HBAR is going to be a fast mover nonetheless, especially once it starts to wake up. Especially when we look at this pump here. This pump here was pretty much nothing. Like a lot of people said, it's nothing. But if we do look at what the lows were, like if you guys were buying back here, for an example, which I do know a lot of people weren't able to buy, it's about a 52% increase in price. Now, I do know from this bottom candle, it's about a 30 cent or a 30% increase in price. Yeah, 34% increase in price. So that pump was a little bit of a celebratory pump, if you will. But it was nothing too crazy. So let's look at Bitcoin, as Bitcoin is also a very big key for us to move. Now, if we look here, Bitcoin is at a key component level here. If we look, we could actually see. Now, I don't know why I don't have this labeled here, but $36,000 has been hit and targeted, but we pretty much broke down below it. Now, if we look here, it was key support. Now it's looking to be key resistance, if you will, until we could break and hold above it. Now, this 36.6K zone is a huge level as well. As we see, it is support from back here in early June, and it's also back here in even the beginning of June. So we really have to wait to see what happens with Bitcoin. Hopefully we could break out above that 36.6K level. Maybe you try to retest 38K. At 38K, if that is broken, that's the EMA reclaimed on Bitcoin, which would be very bullish for us. I do still have a few levels here. I want to see us get to that 42K zone at some point in time and not get rejected from that 41K zone, which we got rejected from now twice. and actually technically 3 times. So a break above that $42,000 level to really try to retest 45K and maybe possibly break out above that 45K, that would be massive for us, especially for even HBAR and most altcoins as well. So market is still looking decent. We didn't break down too much, honestly, and I'm actually very surprised that we didn't go lower, because I mentioned, you know, we could retest 34K, but hey, we pretty much regained some support that we, or I should say we bounced off of support that we regained on June 13th, which was that 34.8K zone. So we could actually put this to 34,800. Now that is now a resist or a support zone. If we break below that, it will most likely turn into resistance, but I doubt that we break below that until, and the reason why I say until, because it's still a possibility that we retest 33.5K, and we could actually add that to an exact number. We could actually see that if we did try to break down to that 33.5K zone, that will most likely turn into resistance at some point in time. Now, I don't expect 33.5K to be retested anytime soon. I still think that we most likely will have a recovery relief pump, if you will, and that relief pump will bring us up to that 40K plus zone, and then, you know, who knows what happens, because I said if we get back up into this zone, liquidations could happen or we could pump massively. But nonetheless, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like. If you guys are new to the channel, definitely look into subscribing and turning notifications on. If you guys do want more free content, you guys could always follow me on Twitter at NCashOfficial. You guys could also join the Discord down in the description below for free. This has been Nick. Hope that you guys are all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. Peace out.